another video where you don't have to see my face. Alright, so now I'm going to make my Morrigan Seer Mojo bag. And this is a teeny tiny Mojo bag, so everything in here is just going to go in here. And it's just going to be a big, puffy bag. So I make this not incense. I just made incense and did an embarrassing video about it. So, I make these Mojo bags for when I'm feeling like the future is bleak. And I feel like I might need some help in kind of seeing my way through it. That's why I call it a seer bag. So the Morrigan in many of the stories, the mythology, is called a seer or the seer, the seeress. So that's how this is. So what I have here that I'm going to put in the bag is another slice of blood orange. Oh, it already broke in 3 pieces. It's magic. 1, 2, and 3. And obviously blood orange, whatever. I just like the smell. This enhances the smell for the incense. It also enhances the smell plus blood, battle, Morrigan, whatever. Then I have a piece of red wax from a candle that I burned on my altar last Samhain. And of course the veil is thin, you know, around Samhain. So I breaking off a little piece at a time using for different things. Pop that in there. Now I have a cinnamon stick, and of course, because 3, I break it into 1, 2, come on, be strong. 2, 3 pieces. Might have to, okay, this is embarrassing. There it is, into 3 pieces, and plop it in there. So I got the big, major components in there right now. So everything else can hopefully just kind of fall around it. Of course, because amethyst is my stone and also a stone associated with the Morrigan, I have 3 tiny amethyst chips, and they go right in there. I'm going to take 3 red rose leaves, because red. They hide in each other. 1, 2, and let's get a real dark red one. 3. Okay, and then 3 pinches of lavender flower, because Morrigan. And relaxation. And honestly, when you're worried about the future, what's something you probably need to do? Relax. 2 and 3. And because of its psychic properties, 3 pinches of mugwort. 1, 2, 3. All right, getting busy over here. And because protection, if you're doing any astral work, psychic work, 1, 2, and 3 pinches of dried rosemary. Also, smells amazing. Adds to the great smells by the other herbs and stuff that are in there. So this is a strange thing. These are just little cobalt blue marbles. I know it's not necessarily a association with the Morrigan, but this is a connection to my past. Something that my grandmother used to always buy me would be cobalt bottles, cobalt plates, cobalt cups, cobalt candle holders. And so my grandmother was very psychic. Like I've said in videos prior, she knew when she was going to die. She knew when my brother was going to die. She knew I was going to have a boy before I knew I was going to have a boy. And so I put this in here as a little reminder of my grandmother's power and maybe hoping to tap in to that and gain her assistance. So this final ingredient is just something personal that I add. You can add it in one form or another, or not at all. Or you can add something completely different that's fitting with your practice. So I'm going to use my athame because obviously power athame, and also because I don't want to use a lot of it because I don't. This is literally all I have. This is Icelandic volcanic ash that was given to me by a friend who went to Iceland and collected it. So just put 1, 2, 3 bits on the blade. Just shove it right in the bag. Close that athame back up. So as you notice, I did not put intention or power or anything into the bag. And the reason I don't do that is because the bag itself is porous and I don't need to put it into it before I put it into something. It's porous. It's, you know, it's fabric. It's flimsy fabric at that. So I don't need to do all that business. So what I do is I pull it. I consider that the first tightening. Pull it, tie it on one side. Bring the ribbon around and tie it on the other side. So it's sealed 3 times there. And then this is my little trick. Sometimes when you don't have the power early in the morning, when you don't have all the mojo that you need, this works for me. Get hands warm. Energy. There it is. All right. You put your intention in, what you want for this. For me, this will be a mojo bag for when I am unclear about the future, as sometimes we always are. Unclear on how you're going to make a payment, unclear on how some event is going to go. I have a big event at work coming up in July, and I'm extremely nervous about it because this is my first time planning it myself. So that is what I'm unsure about, and I want a little bit of clarity on if there's anything I need to do to make it better, to make it the event that I need it to be for my career's sake. So all that intention's going right in here. So, and just because I'm a freak about lavender, and this came straight from a lavender farm in England the last time my mom went, I put 1, 2, 3 little dabs of lavender oil on it. And that, you know, lavender oil, it's super magical and nice, but it doesn't need to be added intent if it's just for smell, which it is. So here we go, my lovely little mojo bag, my Seer mojo bag. Morrigan. All right.